Welcome back, everyone. How are we all doing? So, you made it to the north. You've picked your faction. You're up in the north. And now what? Wherever you spawn in, you'll be by the door that leads you back to the bar. Granted, I'm in the merc side of things, so I have to go upstairs into those. I don't know what other factions' bases look like or camps look like. But off to our right, the first thing you're going to notice that you have something that is new is your own hideout. Hideout is used for crafting materials, crafting items. I haven't dived into too much crafting yet. I have a complete tab of different crafting materials that I've slowly been building to start looking into that and doing a little bit more bag runs to collect more of those. I'm working towards the point of getting ready to do that. You also have a shooting range in here, so you can actually test out all of your damage when you're from distances, your DPS and total damage done based off last hit. In our hideout, if we jump to the barter tree, and we go to look at some of our weapons, now is when we get to start making our pre-masterwork and our masterwork weapons. You'll notice our pre-masterwork weapons require anomalous serums. There's a couple different ways to get them. I went over a couple times in a couple different videos, but some of my information wasn't quite complete. I had majority of it, but there was still some pieces that I'm missing. These can be crafted for once you level up your crafting so much. You can craft these. They are difficult to get to the point of crafting, but it is possible to craft them. You get them from your daily missions. Or your weekly missions, which your weekly missions is going to be your board, just like when you were in the bar that had a daily board. You have one here. So you have 2 weekly missions, 3 if you're premium. One of them is a series one, which you have to complete X steps of 50 mutants, then 50 humanoids, NPCs, and then a couple random ones there, and then you would go and capture 3 outposts. The other one is called a mouthful. That one is completing 30 daily missions or tasks, quests, within that week time frame. Very easy to do if you play daily. If you don't play daily, it's a little more difficult. If you have premium, you get an extra set of the series of killing the 50 mutants, the 50 NPCs, and then the 2 random quest steps. And then you have your last one, which is the outposts. The other spot you can get them is if you go into your shop, go to other, scroll down just a bit. You can buy them for your that current season's currency. I call these Menoskims or whatever they are. I have no idea. Minomens. I don't refer to them as often because words are bad. They are 1,000 of them each time. You can get all 25 within the season with little to no issue. It's just depending on how you want to spend them to get them. The other spot you can get them from is in Standoff from the combat crates. There is a chance to get them from there as well. I don't know the drop chance on them or what you need for them, but they do drop from there as well. On top of that, you'll notice a lot. So all of our weapons, pre-masterwork and masterwork, are going to require it, depending on which step you go. The first one's really easy. You can get your first one within a week almost, if not sooner, or you'll complete your week and you'll be able to buy one, or you can buy all 25 off the shop and do it that way. Your second one gets a little more expensive. On top of the materials, on top of the money, you then need 55 anomalous serums. Even if you're grinding every week, you can get 25, so that's half of them, but you're still going to get about 9 a week unless you're crafting them. Or if you are playing the... With that being said, 55 isn't too bad. If you buy all 25, farm for about 2 weeks, and you should have it. But even some of that's just your weapon side of things. Each weapon, each tier has a requirement of at least 55. I don't believe there's any other weapons that have more than 55. But even under our attachments, so even if we go to our magazine tab, and let's say you went for the VSS like I did, to get the extended one, which just bumps it from 20 bullets in a magazine to a 30, it requires 17 anomalous. Same with our extended mag for the Ash, and the G3 M1A also requires that 17. I don't believe there's any other attachments truly that require any of the serums. These ones you get from Clan Wars crates. Now, also now that you're in the north, you have sub-factions on top of your normal faction. So, for instance, my faction is the mercenaries. And then you have a sub-faction. Now, the point of a sub-faction truly is Clan Wars, which is going against 4 different subdivisions are fighting over the period of the weekend to gain points and take the lead in order to win. Now, depending on your sub-faction, some will take you in at a lower level and help you build up and give you tips to get to that point. But fighting in Clan Wars is difficult, even with the gear. I'm not even high geared. I mean, I run a combo suit for map, being able to move around the map, and I build for movement speed and a little bit of bullet resistance with my artifact build. But even with this kit at plus 11 on almost most of the weapons I use, including my VSS is a plus 12, I still get absolutely destroyed. I carry my own for the most part, but I still get absolutely destroyed. So focus on getting some of your gear up. There's a lot of different farming spots and different things to farm for in the north. I will have a little tag in the top right going towards that late game farming and what to do. With that being said, your main areas you're going to spend time in is mines. This is where most of your daily and weekly tasks will take place, is in the mines. If you're farming for gamma block data, that's going to be your black detour. If you're farming for your side trackers, that's also black detour, but it requires a good bit of thermal resistance to farm in there properly. Otherwise, it's going to be in this part of the mines. If you're farming for XP and NPC kills, as well as the substance 0010 or whatever it is called, you're going to be farming in this area. Depending on where you are for your faction, whether you're a mercenary, your frontier, covenant, or rise, where you come in to farm at is going to be different for everybody. For instance, mostly covenants down here, rise will be down here, mercs will be up here, and your frontier will be up here. But it is open PvP completely from every faction. So if I'm a merc and I'm up here and I have someone from rise or covenant come up, we're all in combat. That's the whole point of it. It is a complete free-for-all. With artifact farming, I don't do a whole lot of artifact farming yet. I try to go out every once in a while to run out and actually farm them. Your most popular areas to farm, there's some good spots in the mines for both sides to farm. I'm guessing Inflow would have about the same. Black Detour is really good as well, just due to there's a lot of anomalies in there that you can pick up and farm from. Same with Reflection. Otherwise, Forge 11 around this center point at the stronghold. This has a lot of good artifact spawn points. There is going to be a lot of... There's a lot of people going to farm here. A couple of your other spots that there is, once you get to the north, that opens up a lot more of places to visit, is you do have Layubek 3. I don't have a lot of familiar with this. I know once you go in, the only way to get out is to kill a boss. If you were to die in there, you spawn back at the camp or your hideout, or just that camp area. And getting back there is rough. I made the mistake of going in at a very under-geared level and wasn't able to kill a boss to get out, so I lost everything I brought in with me, plus that I collected during that run. So look up and be a little more educated on Layubek 3 before you enter that. You do have a quest almost instantly that wants to send you there. Be mindful of that. It's not the easiest place to be in. The other place that you have is the labs. And I don't know... It's called Labs or the Labyrinth. I don't know much about labs. I'm trying to learn more so I can put out a little bit kind of a guide to what you're doing in labs. I do know you need a good bit of resistances, so a scientist suit is almost required to go through it. Once I have more information on that, or if anyone has information in the comments, that would be good information to have, is on Labyrinth. I'm not super familiar with it. I'd like to be. I just haven't had time. I've been more farming this event that we have out now, including going for Christmas presents and XP in general. But beyond that, welcome to the north. It's a short video, just a little bit of an entrance that I've had people comment that they didn't know there's daily quests here, or kind of where they should be at or what they're farming for going from there. It's a little bit of a... It's a big gear difference once you first get to the north. It can be really difficult to compete in PvP, in open world, and things like that. But until next time, you guys have a great time. Happy hunting. You see me in game, kill me, take my shit. I always appreciate it. And we'll see you later.